Hey everybody, welcome in for a special evening live edition of TPI News. I'm Santana Wood alongside Siri Hadreen tonight. Got the coffee going for a long election night. We are just going to give you guys updates as we have them. We've got a lot of precincts reporting now in Tallapoosa County. We, are also watching, following along with the national networks for national results as well. So we will be updating you with that. So far, with 22 of 27 precincts reporting in Tallapoosa County, it looks like Tallapoosa County voters have chosen to allow Willow Point to establish its own road district. That was the local amendment that you saw on your ballot today. 9,570 voters voted yes, and 3,211 voted no. Again, that is 22 of 27 precincts, so we feel pretty safe to call that is passing.
The Associated Press has also called the for Alabama, the presidential election, and that is Donald Trump. This is with 31% reporting. Trump has 61.5% of the vote. Biden has 37.4% of the vote. And there is 1.1% to Joe Jorgensen, Libertarian Party, third candidate. And that's been called just now by the Associated Press.
Also for the county, Tallapoosa County, Trump won there, as well as Tommy Tuberville for the Senate race and Mike Rogers for the 3rd Congressional District. Again, this is Tallapoosa County, how it voted. Final numbers have not been called for the state as far as that just yet.
And then as for the Alabama Senate race, this has not been called by AP, but it's 31% reporting so far, and that's got Tommy Tuberville with 59.1% of the vote and Doug Jones with 40.9% of the vote. And that's at about 800,000 votes count so far.
Now, over in Elmore County, I just got these results in, so I'm going to read these out to you guys. It looks like Trump, so far with 11 of 31 precincts reporting in Elmore County, Trump is overwhelmingly winning so far in Elmore County with over 11,000 votes compared to Biden's just over 5,000 votes. Again, that is just how Elmore County is voting. Same for the Senate race. Similarly there, Tuberville is in the lead in Elmore County with almost 11,000 votes to Doug Jones, 5,500 votes.
And then if we look at the precincts that have been counted so far in Tallapoosa County, we're looking at a 60.6% voter turnout. If you compare that to the March primary, primaries typically will have a lower voter turnout, but that was only 34% of the vote. So we can see already, we're looking at historic turnout for this election.
I'm just going to show you guys this is here in Elmore County earlier today. This was about 4 p.m. Wrapped around the building at one of the precincts there in Elmore County. This was at Mulder Church in Wetumpka. Again, the wait there was about 2 hours around 4 p.m. I'm sure everybody out voting today, depending on the time that you win and the place that you vote, you probably saw lines similar to this. So looks like there was quite a high turnout. Just got some more results from Tallapoosa County as well. Only one precinct that we're waiting on now. That is the Hillaby Church precinct. But with 26 precincts reporting, we're at about 65.54% turnout. And there are about 750 registered voters at that Hillaby precincts. So that is, again, the only one outstanding at this time.
And then for Alabama House races, so far we've got 3 of the seats that have been called by AP so far. So District 7, that's Democrat Terry Sewell won. District 6 is Republican, that's Gary Palmer. And District 5 is also Republican, that's Mo Brooks. And so far, the rest of them have not been called.
Interesting. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back shortly with some more results as we have them.
Here.
Welcome back. We are going to talk just some more results that we've got. Y'all hang in with us here. We are just, reporting things as we have them nationally and locally as well.
So we're going to give a quick update on the national presidential election so far. So right now, none of the swing states have been called. Biden has 131 delegates and Trump has 92 delegates. So Biden is currently leading in the Electoral College vote. Trump is leading by about 2 percentage points in the popular vote with 50.4% of the popular vote and Biden at 48.1% of the popular vote. We still haven't seen West Coast states. A lot of mountain time states have not come in yet. And a lot of those key swing states, the votes are going to take a long time to be counted. But right now we're looking at Florida leading red, Texas leading red. We're looking at North Carolina leading blue. Those were some of the key swing states in this election. Pennsylvania is leading blue at the moment. Missouri leading red. Michigan leading red.
Yeah, so interesting so far. And I've noticed so far with this 2020 election, it has been a really big social media campaign for voting. So I'm really interested to end up seeing what the national turnout is going to be. I feel like a lot more younger voters probably voted in this election. And I really do think that the social media campaigns have made a bit of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, too, if they pivot to that permanently. I mean, a lot of that was as a result of the pandemic, but, campaigns might begin to realize that there's more bang for your buck there in the social media campaigns, and if that's getting more turnout. A lot of the, pivotal sort of upsets that we've seen in the past half decade have been due to social media campaigns and using social media as a tool that hadn't really been seen before previously. So this could be, a permanent change in the way campaigning works, not just a sort of virus safety measure.
Yeah, definitely. And, even like Facebook, Facebook has so much voting information now and a lot of voting reminders. And you see like the NFL and a lot of celebrities posting on social media to vote. And like Instagram has special vote filters and things like that. It seems like a lot. I think that did help, the younger generation get involved.
Yeah, certainly. And then I think also the having the absentee ballots has really helped this year with voter turnout as well. It's, again, a necessity, but it's allowed some people to vote early when they might have otherwise been working or had something unexpected come up. Just repeat if you hadn't heard earlier, Alabama has been called as Trump has won Alabama, and that is at 62.5% of the vote. Biden at 35.9% of the vote, and that is with 37% of votes counted so far, and that's according to the Associated Press.
Just got some more results for Tallapoosa County. Our reporter Cliff Williams is at the Tallapoosa County Courthouse now. It looks like all precincts are reporting at this time with about 67.2% total turnout for Tallapoosa County. So that is nearly 21,000 voters who turned out of 31,196 registered voters in Tallapoosa County. So definitely, I would say that's a pretty high turnout for Tallapoosa County. That's compared to about 45% in the 2016 presidential election for Tallapoosa County. So definitely, that's good news. It's always good news that more people turned out.
Right, and it'll be interesting again to see is that is that a result of sort of the nature of this election that people seem to care a bit more about these candidates, or is that a result of the way Alabama has kind of liberalized what what needs to be done to get an absentee ballot. More people can get an absentee ballot this year. They can claim the virus as a reason to get one. And then just quick update as well on the Senate race here. So the Associated Press has not yet called this race. But we are looking at 60% of the vote roughly for Tommy Tuberville and 40% for Doug Jones. I guess we talk a bit about this race here.
Definitely, Doug Jones, obviously the incumbent Democrat senator, and Tuberville, new to the political arena, former Auburn University football coach. Definitely, I'm interested to see what the final results are there.
And you can probably enlighten me, Santana. Do you think Alabama fans out there, are they going to Republican Alabama fans? Are they going to get behind Tuberville?
I think definitely. I think in the Auburn versus Alabama and Republican versus Democrat war, I would say that the Republican team would win there.
Just looking at the national and presidential election, we've got now Arizona with an early lead towards Biden, and that has not been called yet. But we know Arizona was one of those key battleground states that would be important for flipping the presidency toward Democrat.
Yeah, just got some more results from Elmore County. The local contested race in Elmore County was the Elmore County Commission District 5 race with Lacey and Desiree Lewis there. Still too close to call at this time. When there were 11 of 31 precincts reporting, it was really close. Lacey had 1,273, while Lewis had 1,249. We've got some more precincts reporting now. I am waiting on those results as well. Our reporter in Wetumpka is working on getting those. So hopefully we will have those for you soon. But it looks like that race is just really close for the District 5 commission race. And again, just to recap some stuff that we have talked about, Tallapoosa County did vote to pass the local amendment, which was on the ballot today, and that will establish a road district in Willow Point, which is a Russell Lands development. And essentially what this amendment will do, now that voters have chosen to vote yes, Willow Point residents will be able to establish their own road maintenance district so that they can repair and take care of their own roads within that development rather than the county taking care of those. Again, we're just going to try to get some results here for you now. Let's see. Here are some long lines today. Again, not sure the total turnout in Elmore County, but this was just at one of the precincts earlier today, about 4 p.m. About a 2-hour wait just to vote at that time. So we're thinking that the turnout was probably higher in Elmore County. Definitely was higher in Tallapoosa County, with about 67% turnout total, compared to 45% in 2016. So definitely more people getting out to vote. Do we have any more national results yet?
Yeah, let's see another quick update on those swing states. So North Carolina had just before it had a slight Biden lead that has now flipped to a very slight Trump lead. This is down to hundredths of a percent. They are tied ostensibly for 49.4% in North Carolina, and that's with 87% reporting at the moment. This is according to the Associated Press. We're looking at, so far Florida, Texas, red leads, Pennsylvania leading red. But again, this is early voting, and what we're hearing is that the votes that are cast in person are going to be coming in quicker than the votes that were cast as absentee ballots. And from what we've seen, the votes in person tend to be more likely to be Republican voters, as they tend to be less concerned about virus infections, whereas absentee ballots, which will take longer, tend to be Democratic voters. So there may be, the later votes may be a bit biased towards Democrats, so it's still a bit early to say.
Yeah. Do we have any, can we call these, is anyone calling the Senate race? Any more results there?
Let's see, update on the Senate race. It's up to 40% reporting. The AP has not called Alabama yet. But again, we've got Tommy Tuberville with a 61.5% lead and Doug Jones with a 38.5% share of the vote. And that is, again, 40% reporting so far.
Interesting. It's probably going to be a long night. So, we just wanted to hop on here for just a bit and give y'all an update, locally, what we know for our local counties, as well as what we know across the country and state. So let's see if we have any more results right now. If you guys want, you can comment below. Let us know, did you vote in person? Did you vote absentee? Did you see long lines? Let us know how your voting experience went today. I got in and out really quick today in Alexander City at the Mill 280 about 2 o'clock. I was the 1,078th voter at the Mill 280, so that was about 2 p.m. And like I said, I got pretty well in and out there, but definitely have been lines across the county, across the Tri-County area, really, with long lines in Elmore County and Tallapoosa County.
Yeah, I mean, what I'd seen from, reporting this morning, that was, about 10:45, it's pretty quick, pretty in and out, and I think that was after, the pre-work rush. I think that was, people were getting to their offices by that point, wasn't quite lunchtime. I think those polling locations were expecting to see longer lines in the afternoon, but, again, I think having some of the strain taken from the mail-in voting has made it maybe a bit more efficient, but then that's counterbalanced by this increased turnout in this election.
Yeah, and mask wearing at the polls was definitely mixed, at least in Alexander City from what we saw today. But in Governor Kay Ivey's Safer at Home order, it actually does allow for you to vote without wearing a mask, although the statewide mask mandate is still in effect, with voting being, your American right and all that. They technically you could go to the polls without a mask. So I know whenever you were at the polls earlier talking to some voters, you definitely saw some people without masks and others with masks. So
yeah, certainly I'd say it was the tendency was towards wearing a mask, but certainly no one was stopping you if you went in without one. And we do have some news here. The AP has called the Alabama Senate race, and that's Tommy Tuberville has won Alabama's Senate seat. Lost the incumbent Doug Jones has lost his seat, and he had 38.3% of the vote, and Tommy Tuberville is at 61.7% of the vote. That is with 41% reporting so far, but the AP has called that race.
Wow, interesting. So we gonna have a new guy in Washington representing the state of Alabama in Tommy Tuberville. Interesting.
Yeah, and I mean,
not surprising
right,
at all.
Yeah, I think he was leading in the polls, and from what we understand, this was a pretty sure race for him, in that he was not. I think he felt pretty confident that he could kind of take a back seat, I suppose, in the campaigning, knowing that what he said would not sway a deep red state as much. So I guess from that we can conclude that Doug Jones. I suppose a lot of that was probably down to Roy Moore in his first race, and the incumbent did not have the advantage here in that case when he was up against a newer opponent.
Yeah, definitely. We do have some more local results from Elmore County. Just going to read these off to y'all. We've got 26 of the 31 precincts reporting, so there are still a few out there that we're waiting on results for. So can't quite call any of these, but as far as the Elmore County Commission race for District 5, Lacey is currently in the lead with 1784, while Lewis has 1629. Again, that's 26 of the 31 precincts reporting, so still waiting on some boxes to be returned there in Elmore County, but let's talk about the Trump-Biden results so far in Elmore County. Trump has just definitely overwhelmingly won in Elmore County with nearly 24,000 votes, and that is just 26 of 31 precincts reporting, compared to Biden's 7,800. So again, not surprising there. Usually Elmore County and Tallapoosa County both more Republican counties definitely usually vote higher percentage red there. Same for Tuberville and Elmore County. Of course, he won with 23,000 compared to Jones just over 8,600. We are going to take a quick break for just a few minutes, and we will be back shortly with any more information that we have. We will see y'all soon. Welcome back. So we are here reporting any live election updates we can give y'all. We have reported several local results. National presidential race, obviously, not able to call that yet, but we do have some new state news.
Yeah, so latest House seat in here in District 3, Mike Rogers, unsurprisingly, has won his re-election bid, longtime incumbent.
Yes, he has served since 1994, so been in that seat for quite some time, and he also took the majority of votes in Tallapoosa County as well as Elmore County. Let me see if I have exact numbers for you guys there. Sorry, excuse me, just Tallapoosa County. He does not represent Elmore County. My mistake there. Just to recap a couple things while I'm looking for this. Tallapoosa County did vote to establish a road maintenance district in Willow Point so that the residents can establish that road district and maintain their own roads. That amendment was on the ballot earlier this year, but failed with most people voting no. So definitely interesting to see that now, compared to those votes, over 9,500 voted yes, compared to just over 3,200 who voted no. So really an overwhelming yes vote for that amendment that previously failed in the county.
And then just looking for that Mike Rogers percentage, so district-wide, he, with 50% of the votes counted so far, he won 68% of the vote, and then political newcomer Adia Winfrey, the Democratic candidate, won 32% of the vote. So Mike Rogers looks like will be sticking around in the House.
Yep. Over in Elmore County, still waiting on some precincts to report back there. Right now, Lewis is in the lead for the Elmore County Commission District 5 race, but it is really close. So we can't call that yet at this time. You want to recap kind of where we stand nationwide with the president right now?
Yep, so currently, AP has called 131 for Biden in terms of delegates and 108 for Trump. So that's a 10 delegate increase since we last checked. Again, though, a lot of those swing states we're still waiting to come in, and I think those are going to take a long time to get counted. There are going to be some pretty close races, but, right now we can say that Biden's got a slight lead in Arizona and in Iowa, New Hampshire, whereas Trump has got the lead in Florida, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Wisconsin. Now, keep in mind, these are the votes that have been counted so far, so, these have not been called yet by AP, and we're still waiting a lot of those West Coast and mountain states as well. So we'll be probably be sticking around for many hours before we get that race called.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard a lot of people say that we might not even have it tonight, and that's up for discussion. I don't know. Some people believe that it'll definitely be called tonight. Others, not so much. Maybe we'll know in 2021. No, but really, definitely depends on those swing states for sure. I mean, every presidential election kind of comes down to that.
Right, and then these are, these states, they're counting mail-in votes often, for the first time. These states have had to implement these new voting systems in light of the pandemic, so that's going to add some time to it. And I think that, the press is building up for a long time, prepare for not election night, but election week.
Yeah. Wow, it's been a long, crazy year, and, capping it off with this election. Interested to see how it turns out, but like I said, probably going to be a long night. We don't really have any more local results for you guys tonight, and won't be able to likely call the presidential race anytime soon. But thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Just us kind of giving you what we have as we have it. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Want to give a shout out to all the poll workers today, especially working in a pandemic. Really appreciate those folks and everyone working tonight to count the ballots and all that. And again, y'all just stay tuned to our websites, and we will report any new information as we have it. And thanks again for tuning in. I'm Santana Wood alongside Siri Hadreen, and y'all have a good night.